Hello and welcome to today's Optics Read Debates. My name is Theodor.
Today, hello.
We are going to discuss, I would say, a wide topic today regarding one of our categories on our webpage, and this is the category of fixed mounts. It's a category and it's also a specific feature of all the mounts. They can be either fixed or detachable. As far as I know, today you went through most of the questions which come to our emails, which are gathered in the comments on our YouTube channel and so on. So let's start. What are the main questions regarding this topic?
Well, as we can see today, we have here quite a variety of mounts. We have to say, as you mentioned, Theodor, these are fixed mounts. And the most basic question, of course, is how do we actually define the fixed mounts? What does this actually mean?
Well, from manufacturer to manufacturer, this is a little bit different, but our common, I would say, the understanding which we use on our webpage is that the fixed mount is a mount for which you need tools to install, and again you need tools to detach it from a rifle or a pistol or something like that. So basically that means that you're not able to detach your mount or to mount your mount on a rifle without tools, without the use of tools. We know that we always, on ring mounts or on rail mounts, we always need tools for tightening the screws on the rings or to tightening this inlet parts on the rails. But we are talking more about the connection between the mount itself and the rifle or a handgun. So on that part, with the quick detachable mounts, the mounts are made in a way that you can always detach them with your hands, with your bare hands. But with fixed mounts, these are mounts where you need tools. So you need screws or Allen key or something like that. It depends what kind of mount it is, what kind of tool you will need, but you need a tool to attach the mount to the rifle.
Well, the next question, which in some terms is even more important than this one, what are actually these mounts, is we get questions about if these fixed mounts, which we just mentioned, if these mounts actually hold zero. We know the case with detachable mounts and pivot mounts, etc. It means that these mounts hold zero. Is that also the case with the fixed mounts? Or,
you mean if you detach them for a rifle and then put them back on?
That's what I mean. Yes.
Well, only repeatable mounts hold zero. So this is a really tiny group of mounts in the whole family of mounting solutions which hold zero even if you detach them for a rifle and put them back. Pivot mounts are like this, some special slip-on mounts and so on, Dentler mounts and so on. There are quite a few types of quick detachable mounts that hold zero. With all other mounts, they don't hold zero. Fixed mounts like this, no matter which type of mount it is, when it's fixed, that means that it's meant to be mounted on a rifle once, you zero the rifle scope, and then you leave it alone. As soon as you use the tools to detach it from a rifle, it will, when you put it back on, even if you use the same torque and so on, it will not hold zero. Even for, I would say, advanced monoblock mounts like this is a tier 1 mount, really beautiful mount. Even here, if you apply a completely the same torque on the screws and so on, you will still have a little bit of a travel of point of impact. So the zero will change a little bit. With all other, I would say, simple fixed mounts like this Henneberger mounts for Swarovski SR rail, you will definitely have a shift in point of impact if you detach them for a rifle and then put them back on. And this is the name says fixed, so when you fix it, just leave it as it is and it will hold zero. If you detach it and put it back on, you lost your zero and you will need to re-zero the scope.
So basically, for someone who is looking for a mount, and if he wants to go for a mount, in case he wants to interchange rifle scopes, we don't suggest
this category is not the right one then. No. This is, you have a one rifle, one scope and fixed mount in between. Maybe I can also tell you that fixed mounts, it's a big category on our webpage, but it's actually a feature of many different mounts. So you can find fixed mounts in many subcategories of mounts. So you can find them in mounts which are meant for rail mounting of scopes. So for all premium European hunting scopes which have a rail beneath the tube and which are not mounted with rings like this. So this is one category where you can find fixed mounts. The other category are simple either Weaver or Picatinny rings. They can be fixed. Monoblock mounts are usually fixed type, so they are not meant to be quickly detached and put on. Doctor side, Aimpoint Micro and similar red dot side mounts can also be fixed like this one. This one is I think it's Rusan mount for a doctor site and all similar sites like Meopta, Burris and so on. And this one is meant for Czech draw barrel rifles with a 14mm dovetail, Bernal rifles. Then again we have rail mounts which can be fixed. Then these are Picatinny rings fixed, and normally the cantilever mounts are also usually fixed because you only have one scope on your AR for which cantilever mounts are meant, and normally the fixed option is the best. I would say that these are the most reliable kind of mounts, because even if you have the best possible repeatable mounts, let's say pivot mounts or something like that, which have 100% repeatability, if you will manipulate them really a lot and under, I would say, really hard kicking recoil and so on, I'm sure that fixed mounts will last longer and they will be more durable and more reliable. So if you really need a dependable setup which is super reliable, then fixed mounts are the way to go.
But I think that I assume that with most manufacturers the torque required to tighten the screw of a certain mount varies from manufacturer to manufacturer. Is that correct?
It varies, but I would say like there is a general guidance that rings should never be tightened. The rings around the scope tube should never be tightened more than 2.3 Newton meters. The same applies for you see, you have even torque values written on this tier 1. It's written on that the ring torque value should be up to 2 Newton meters and base torque value should be up to 4 Newton meters. So basically the rings 2.3, I think it's the maximum. Around 2 is optimal. The torque on the screws which tighten the base, like in all these cases here, it shouldn't exceed 5 Newton meters.
What about
some say it's 6, but 6 is I think already the maximum.
Cap, yes. What about the price? I know it's quite hard to say the price for all of these, but if we take this fixed mount, for example, and the detachable mount of the same type, how much does the price vary if we take just this one into account, for example?
Let's say with monoblocks, it's usually I would say simple monoblocks like this, they cost around 300 to 350 euros. Quickly detachable versions, either from Spur or from Air Attack or Inamount and so on, cost roughly 100 euros more. So I would say basically, and with all other types, if you look, you can get quick detachable rings of the same type like this, Warn, you can get them, and the price difference is around 20 to 30%. So the quick detachable mounts are more expensive, and repeatable mounts are even more expensive. So basically the fixed mounts are the most affordable ones and the most reliable ones. Normally if you want to use multiple scopes on one rifle, they're not the perfect choice.
So basically, if we just sum up, if you're looking for a fixed mount, how to recognize one, you're looking for a mount which only has screws, Allen screws, which fix the Allen tool and X key too.
So you need some sort of a tool to mount them, and you're not able to mount them and then to detach them without the use of tools. This is the core definition of fixed mounts.
Okay, thank you very much.
I think we covered most of the questions which arise with this field. If you forgot something, please use comments on this YouTube channel, send us an email, and normally please subscribe.
Take care.
Bye.